Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we finally got a light for the little PICO reef over here.
G'day, I'm Luke and I'm an avid reptile and amphibian keeper. On my channel you'll see heaps of DIY tutorials, enclosure builds, herping clips and loads more to do with animals. I hope you subscribe for some more animal related content.
So as I said, I've actually got a little light for this tank now, which is really exciting because now it means I can actually go and put some corals and bits and pieces in there. The little tank's been doing quite well. I haven't had to do anything to it, I haven't had to touch it. I've done a couple of tests on there to see if there's any ammonia or nitrite present. There's absolutely zero, but again that's because I used all that pre-cycled bacteria in part 1 of the build, so if you haven't checked out that video, make sure you go and touch base on that one first. So we have decided to put a little cheap light on here. You know, ideally I'd probably run an AI Prime or something like that over the top of this. I'm a big fan of those lights and their controllability. However, you know, they come with a pretty price tag of, you know, anywhere from $250 to $400 depending if you're buying them new or second hand. So to keep it a little bit on the more budget friendly side, I have opted for a light that I haven't used in the past. And it's one of these little Aquanite V2s. So these seem to be a pretty good little unit. They have a good amount of controllability on essentially like a little touch screen up the top. So you can actually dim down the lights and get different color channels in there. So they do have like a purple, a blue and a white light channel in there as well, and you can kind of control how much of that light you want to put out, which is awesome considering it, you know, over a little tiny tank like this little 20-litre PICO tank here. It's good to be able to kind of dial them back a little bit should it be too much light or not enough light. So I have been a little bit excited about this light coming, and I have actually taken it out of the box, so if you're after an unboxing video, this one's not for you. And it's a pretty standard story. Like most things, you have a little power supply with a power lead. These guys are made in China, so you don't get the nice little cord to go into it, unfortunately. So you either have to get a new cord. I don't know what the style of cord is, but it is a pretty standard sort of port. You guys might be able to tell me in the comments down there, or you could just get an international adapter, which I'm just going to use on this because I've got one kicking around. So yeah, you've got a nice little power supply, all good and true, and then you get the actual light itself with its little flex arm. So for, I think it was about 80 or 90 US dollars thereabouts posted. It's not a bad little unit. The actual light itself's got a little internal fan on the top as well, and it's got a nice little chip there, so you know, you should be able to get a nice little punch of light out of this, and from what I've seen on other YouTube videos and stuff like that, it has a good amount of controllability. So this is going to be nice and simple to attach to the back of our tank here too, because it does come with a little flex arm. So yeah, I'm not going to muck around. I'm going to get this little guy together and we'll have a look at starting it up. Well, here we go. I've got the time set up on it here. Just enter through that again, and then it starts going through different time starting points, time ending points. So it's kind of like a ramp up, ramp down. So for example, the time of it actually starting up as the light, I've just got it set to 2:30. And this is your channel. So A is kind of like your purple channel, I believe. So I might even start that a little bit lower, let's say 20 mark. B is your blues, so you could ramp it, you know, right up if you wanted to, right to the 100 point. That's going to be a pretty intense light. I'll start it up again before I just go to the 40 like I had it set. And C is your white channel. I might actually put this up a little bit just to give it a bit more of a white hue to 15. So you go through and kind of set all these values. So this is your next time point. So from here it could actually ramp down, or you could ramp it up until this point. So we've got it set for 6:30. There we go. So next thing we've got, so we've got the purple channel. It's a little bit hard to see these buttons. Blues. So we've got whites there. And we're going through. So this is at 10:30. So this is where I want the actual light to go off. So that's why I've got it down to essentially 0. So it actually ramps right down to that point. So you could actually put a little bit of light into the channel. So maybe we'll run it a bit more blue heavy just to try to see some colour pop down to this point. And we'll leave the white out of it. Perfect, so we're back to the time. So then I'll set it to where it's supposed to be for 2:57 in the afternoon. Well, there you have it, guys. It's been a couple of days with this little light running as well. I see I've got a little anemone in there. He wasn't doing so crash hot over in the mangrove tank. So I just put him over into here to see how he'd go. It came with a little bit of xenia as well, another type of coral. This little light's been doing fantastic. And hopefully on the next video I'm actually going to fill this thing absolutely jam-packed full of coral. And we'll see how it looks after that. If you've made it this far, I'm glad you've enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a like, comment and subscribe if you wish to see more animal related content. And I appreciate all the support going forward. Thanks guys.